Good day. Welcome to another episode of our English class. But before we proceed, let us have a short review. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. What do we call to the combination of two or more modes of communication in conveying ideas and messages? Very good. That is multimodal text. And these modes of communication are the images, gestures, music, spoken language, and written language. Also, we have to consider the following considerations or factors in composing and producing effective multimodal text. We have the textual knowledge, technological knowledge, semiotic knowledge, ability to combine various modes, and understanding different genres. Some of you might be thinking that what I am talking about here is undeniably difficult. Mind you, guys, that is a big no. What you're going to do now is to sit back, relax, and watch comprehensively. Yes, it is true that facing a large group of people to discuss a particular topic or address an issue is an intimidating task, and it really takes a lot of courage before one may overcome the feeling of being uncomfort or conscious about a lot of things. The reason why we are discussing the different techniques in public speaking is for you to prepare yourselves, because this lesson focuses on understanding techniques which may be employed in various forms of public speaking. And as part of your task, you are expected to deliver a prepared speech on an issue employing the different techniques in public speaking. Public speaking involves having to deliver or communicate information in front of a live audience. The speaker as the communicator or sender of information or message, and the audience as the receiver of the message. Public speaking is usually done in a formal setting or as part of a formal event. That is, for the prepared speech. You still have time for you to prepare your speech, make a draft, and practice before you speak in front of your audience. But there are times wherein you have to make your impromptu speech. Let us say, a politician who have been asked to speak in an ambush interview. Or it can either be a student attending a class who is unexpectedly asked by a teacher to share views and experiences about a particular topic. Public speaking conveys purposeful information which aims to inform, influence, or entertain a large group of audience. It is the same in writing. A writer has its purpose in writing, and the same thing can be applied in speaking. A speaker has its purpose in speaking. It can either be to inform, to influence or persuade, or to entertain. People engaged in public speaking can get a lot of advantages like sharp critical thinking skills, confidence in dealing with people, and fluency in verbal and nonverbal communication. It is important for the speaker to be prepared and well versed to the topic to talk about. Now that we are done on discussing the different elements of public speaking, let us now discuss the difference between prepared speech, and impromptu speech. On the prepared speech, the speaker is given the topic beforehand. Since it was given beforehand, the speaker has time to research about the topic. And another thing, the speaker is able to rehearse or practice prior to delivering the speech. On the other hand, in an impromptu speech, the speaker is given with little or no time to prepare. It is a challenging task since it means speaking without having the chance to research about it or even make an outline as a guide. Moreover, when delivering this type of speech, one must be able to fully gather his or her thoughts, focus on the issue or the topic at hand, and maintain composure. And now, for the techniques in public speaking. Know your purpose. Being sure on the purpose of your speech is synonymous to knowing where to focus your discussion. It may be as basic as to inform, persuade, or inspire. When you are certain about what you would want to speak about from the very beginning, you will most likely be able to avoid being distracted or confusing your audience with lengthy discussions that lead nowhere. Be familiar with your topic. The best way to do this is to research. When you are sure of every piece of information you are presenting, you will be more confident. This is also something that your audience will usually notice and feel. Consider your audience. It is essential to be sure of the kind of people you will be speaking to. Know your audience will help you plan the appropriate content, language, and techniques to use. You cannot address a group of high school students the way you would address a crowd of professionals. Plan ahead of time. Cramming will reflect in the way you speak and behave in front of your audience. This is something any speaker would not want to happen. That is why planning everything is a key to a successful speaking engagement. Use nonverbal cues. The right amount of gestures at the right of time are key elements of public speaking as these movements help convey ideas more quickly. There is, however, danger in overusing these gestures as they can become distracting. Establishing eye contact with the audience also works well in maintaining confidence and establishing sincerity. Remain calm. Whether you are delivering a prepared or an impromptu speech, maintaining composure can always be an issue. The weeks of planning and preparation may be put to waste if you keep on showing unnecessary movements as a sign of nervousness. Taking deep breaths and having a focused mindset can be the magic of staying relaxed. Practice. Being a good and compelling speaker takes a lot of practice and experience. Through constant practice, one may be able to identify areas that can be improved. Practice is a major component of planning. Watch your words. One's choice of words greatly affects how the audience perceived the speech. One must be careful enough not to use words that might put his or her reliability and reputation into jeopardy. Speak with clarity. One should observe proper pronunciation, stress, intonation, juncture, diction, tone, and pacing when delivering a speech. These are just few of the many elements that should work together to ensure that the ideas in the speech are clearly conveyed. This, however, is not something one can learn overnight. Consistent practice is likewise necessary. Know the essential etiquettes. As a public speaker, one should know the different do's and don'ts when speaking before an audience. Use visuals when necessary. When possible and appropriate, visuals like PowerPoint slides can help support the speech being delivered. This should be done in a way that visual aids will not overpower the speech or distract the audience. Second from the last, dress comfortably but appropriately. Sometimes, speaking with ease comes with the feeling of being comfortable with what you wear. A speaker, however, should dress in a way that exudes respect and formality. Lastly, be open to questions and comments. Always bear in mind that you cannot please everybody. It is essential to be open to questions, comments, and even criticisms. These things can be used as considerations on how one can improve or continuously refine his or her style and craft. Now that we already discussed the different techniques in public speaking, you are now ready to perform the final task. For your final task, all you have to do is to prepare and deliver a speech on a familiar issue. This can be about Taal Volcano, COVID-19, modular learning, or even the State of the Nation address of President Rodrigo Duterte. Your speech must be delivered in 2 to 3 minutes. If you have a gadget that you can use, you can ask for the help of a family member or use an improvised tripod in recording or filming your speech delivery. The final copy of the clip will be shown to your teacher through possible means. If you have an internet access, you can upload your video to our FB group. It can either be uploaded on the messenger. It can also be sent through email, or if it is too long enough, you can have a shared drive for me to reach your video. If you have a gadget and a way to connect to the internet, you may ask for a schedule to watch your speech delivery through mobile applications like Zoom or Google Meet. In that way, we are going to have a live streaming of your public speaking. If using a gadget and connecting to the internet are not possible, you may prepare for your speech delivery and present it to your teacher once the conduct of home visitations become possible. Remember to set a schedule of the speech delivery and home visitation. You also have to ask your parents or guardians to watch you while delivering your speech, and ask them to give comments and suggestions. Before I end up this video, remember to read and answer the activities provided on the introduction, learning task 1 to 5, and assimilation. Don't forget to accomplish quiz number 8 on our Google Forms. That's all for today. Good day and happy learning.